WOCA.com. Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 17 minutes after 11 o'clock. Anthony James is in the studio. Anthony is... What are you again? You're the general manager of Homewood Suites by Hilton Ocala at Heathbrook. If you're thinking about a staycation, you might want to consider going to Homewood Suites. But he comes in here each week to talk to us about travel. And one thing Anthony and I have in common is we're both big men.
Yes.
And legroom is part of it. We were talking about it off the air. So good morning, Anthony. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
Good. And you brought a pretty lady sitting way on the other end of the table. She's Heidi, Dr. Heidi Meyer. Nice to meet you, doctor. I know you don't want to talk on the air, but nice to meet you down there. You're going to running for superintendent.
Yes.
So I know we don't want to talk politics, but this July 1st, am I understanding this right? That's when you can start putting signs out to support your favorite candidate?
Well, I think you could already do it now.
Oh,
the qualifying is over with.
I thought you had to wait till the 1st to put the signs out.
Well, I've seen other signs.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
Might as well.
Well, my brother's running in Bradford County for school board, and their rules up in Bradford County say nobody can put their signs out until July the 1st.
Oh, okay.
And then what happens? If you do, you get the call. If I support you, they're not going to call me. They're going to call you.
Yes, they're going to call me. Tell me this address here and there and wherever.
And P.S. One more thing about your campaigns. We had one of our regular good listeners who had gone to one of your presentations, called up and said, saw you, loves you, and is going to vote for you. So.
Oh, excellent. I like that.
Just thought I'd pass that on.
Thank you so much, whoever that was. Thank you. I can use as many as I can.
Do you know it was a fun interview when your wife and daughter were here? We're talking about when you get your jet, when you're with the county commission. They give everybody a private jet, right?
Yes, I'm hoping so.
Tongue in cheek.
That'll be in there,
We don't want the listeners to believe it.
Can I work there then?
Sure, might as well.
I'll serve you drinks.
All right, so when you're on an airplane and you need extra legroom, there was a story, and I had it here somewhere, and it was real quick. It was a guy. He said, my wife and I flew on Spirit Airlines out of Philadelphia. We booked 2 round-trip tickets and paid a little more for the exit row so we could get extra legroom. Each way was $50 for a total of $100. On the way home, Spirit Airlines downgraded the aircraft. The new plane had a different seat configuration. Long story short, he didn't get his extra legroom and they wouldn't give him a refund. So he was asking for somebody to help him, which the ABC News fixer did. Of course, if you get a call from ABC saying, hey, you owe this guy $50, they're going to say, oh, no problem.
You're not going to lose it. Are you really going to lose a customer for $50?
Yeah, so they gave it back to him. But then I found, because of this article, a website, and you had just learned about it yourself, right?
Yeah,
called
Seat Guru.
SeatGuru.com. And it is, I guess we're both new to it, but it sounds like it's specifically for more legroom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, when I flew to Dallas and I flew back, I paid an extra $40 just to be, in Southwest, they don't have assigned seats. So it's just, you just go on
really?
Right. A, B, or C group or whatever. So I just paid the extra $40 to go on because I wanted to be the one that gets on first or one of the first ones so I can get an aisle seat or an exit row. Because being 6'3" in a middle seat is terrible.
Yeah.
So it's always good to find an exit row or even first class. I mean, sometimes it's more, if I'm flying a long distance, I'm going to want to be comfortable. If I'm only flying, an hour and a half, I can take it.
Do the three of you and your family, do you all sit in the same row?
Yes, yeah, we would do that in the same row, as long as I get the exit row. I don't want there to be any complications when we get off of the plane.
And the longer the flight, the more likely you want a comfortable seat.
Yes.
So let's say we never knew about this website because we still don't. We just know what it is. We haven't really explored it yet. So what is your solution to this other than the exit row? Is it?
Well,
and do you always have to pay more?
Well, most of the time, yes. When you go online now, you can already pick your seat. So if there's not a seat available on there before you purchase your ticket, if there's like no exit row, there's no in seat or aisle seat, I might just look for another airline because. I mean, think about
really?
flying from here to
For-
California. I'm not going to want to sit 4 to 5 hours on a plane.
Well, this
and-
website will serve you well then because it
Yes.
sounds like it tells you how many seats are available that might have that extra legroom.
Right. And
Do you know what
that's I'll
happened
take.
to me? Oh gosh, so many years ago. But I used to fly. I mean, I hardly go anywhere anymore, let alone fly anywhere. So anyway, I was in coach, whatever you call it, the low ticket area,
Right.
and the stewardess said, we have some seats in first class if you want to sit there. This got more legroom. I said, oh gosh, that's great. And I would sit there, and it happened to me more than once. And what's interesting is that they treat you like you're first class. In other words, they bring you food that the other guys aren't getting. They give you magazines, and they all knew I didn't pay for it, but I just got it all anyway.
Well, that's good. Let me tell you what happened to me one time, and it was not nice. It was not good. I
Oh,
felt
no.
so bad about myself, but I understand why. I had caught a plane. I was leaving New Orleans. I had to go from New Orleans to Atlanta and then Atlanta to DC. Well, there was only about 25, maybe 30 people on the plane that seats like 100 and something. So the stewardess politely comes and asks, says, "Hi, will you please go and sit on this side of the plane for me?" So I'm like, oh my gosh. But turns out they asked about 5 or 6 of us to go to that side.
Oh, to
just
make it
right.
even. Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh.
well, and I was in the front, so I didn't want to even look behind me like, oh my gosh. But they had asked 5 or 6 other people. I'm like, that is the most embarrassing thing in the world. But it was because there's only 20-something people on the plane.
Well.
They really do have to balance it out.
Yeah.
So thank goodness it was just not me.
That would have been a lawsuit.
Well, no, come on, you understand. I mean, I understand. I'm a big guy. I understand what they're trying to do. That's not
Yeah.
embarrassing.
For me,
You know
if
what?
I was the only one, then yes.
I think what they should do probably is say, find the big guys. Please don't ask the big women because they are the ones who will have a heart attack
Oh yeah, yeah.
because they think they're tiny.
Oh
and
my
they're
gosh,
Not.
don't even.
Yeah. So that's why we get asked because
Yes.
we're big guys.
That was good for me.
The guys will handle it.
Yeah, we can handle it. We go, okay,
Please.
just because I went to the bathroom and cried a little.